Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Today we are going to start our advent calendars. I'm really excited. We love advent calendars in my home. When Emma and Jack were really little, I used to do what I called advent bags, which essentially was a project because my kids were little and needed something to do every day. So I got a bunch of those, lunch bags, like brown paper lunch bags, and every day my kids would decorate a bag all through November, and then I would fill it with like a Play-Doh or like a Matchbox car or some little crafty type thing, and Bible verse and a piece of chocolate for Advent. A few years ago it was too much for me to get everything for Emma, Jack, and Lucy for the Advent bag, so I started purchasing the ready-made Advent calendars, which is obviously easier but a little more expensive. Anyways, now I'm going to set up the table so that the kids can open their Advent calendars and start some of our Advent activities. Lucy's feeling better today, which is good, and I was a little concerned that it would not work out to get the Advent stuff rolling, but we are going to be able to start today. Other than that, today is technically my planning day for December. I'm hoping that I can sit down and get all of my stuff written out for December. The public school calendar got messed up because they went remote for a couple of weeks, and so now all the days have changed. And I had already pre-planned stuff on the days where they weren't going to have band. So now I have to reevaluate the entire calendar. I don't know how it's going to work. In fact, I'm not sure how much longer the kids are going to be able to do band because of that adjustment in schedule. When they miss a day, it just shifts the day, and they have like an every other day schedule. It's really stressing me out. Okay, but I'm going to get the table set up so that we can start our Advent calendars. Does everyone have their one?
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
I got some. This is actually good because
Nice. What did you get, Lucy?
that was like
Oh, is it a bracelet? And what's yours, Jackie? So you're going to create a room by cutting out these pieces. Okay, go ahead and open up the top, Jack or Lucy.
Lucy, we're gonna make it.
So each day, you guys will work together to put one of these things together. I don't know where one is. We are done with our advent calendars. I'm sitting down It's almost 10 o'clock. Lucy doesn't have a fever, thankfully. I'm really happy about that, but she does say that her stomach is bothering her again. So we'll see. I've got to make my list of things to do, and I also have my little notebook where I write down ideas of things that I want to do in the future. I have more coffee. I'm drinking the peppermint pinwheel from Nespresso, which is really good if you have a chance to get that if you have an espresso. So I'm going to watch the news. I've said this before, I love Squawk Box on CNBC. I'm a business news kind of person. I'm going to watch some of that and then write out my list while I'm listening to the news, and maybe do a little bit of brainstorming. I need to get my office clean. It's full of boxes. Christmas presents are arriving, and I need to get all of that stuff into the recycling in the garage, and hopefully get the house cleaned up a bit. This time of year, I'm so behind all the time because I get packages, a lot of packages. Obviously, most people are getting a lot of packages these days, and just trying to stay on top of it and get all of the stuff out, but also hiding things in the house so they're not found. Yeah, so my office is a disaster, and I need to clean that up. I'm still tired from being up 2 nights ago. So I also need to get my calendar out and figure that stuff out. But first I need to make my list and drink more coffee so I'm awake and can really understand what I have to accomplish, because when I'm like half asleep and I'm like, well, I have to do this and I have to do that, but then I forget, like I had to make Jack breakfast and I wandered around for a bit because I kept doing other things. I have like such a squirrel brain. Anyways, I'm going to make my list and watch the news and hopefully perk up a bit.
Mom, can I please have my chocolate chips now?
Yeah. Do you like your little bracelet? It is about 1 o'clock and the kids have eaten. Lucy has not eaten. She's a little sleepy apparently. I've had a good morning. I've started working on my office. I do need to sit down and work on my calendar.
Office?
Cleaning out. Do you see all those boxes in the entryway that I cleaned out of my office? So I want to finish cleaning out my office, getting everything straightened up, and then work on my planner a little bit so that I have an idea of what's going on in December. How are you feeling?
Good.
Yeah, you feeling a little better?
Good.
Good. I always think I'll have lots of time in the afternoon to sort of sit down and relax, but that does not ever happen. Yesterday, when I thought I would sit down in the afternoon, I ended up cleaning a bunch of stuff. I didn't end up sitting down until closer to 7 o'clock. I don't know. I get distracted, and then there's always something to do, so it is hard to just sit down and force myself to sit to read or do enjoyable things. But
How come you have to force yourself?
well,
Why do you try?
because there's always something to do.
Look, I look so different doing this, right?
You do.
What? What's wrong?
You're very silly. We got our CSA today, and so I'm just putting this stuff away. I got 2 bags of lettuce. I've already transferred this one. I take it out of these, I don't know what these are called. these biodegradable bags, and I put it in just a Ziploc freezer bag and put it in the fridge because then the lettuce actually lasts quite a while, which is good, especially with this type of mix lettuce. It doesn't last as long if I leave it in these bags. 2 bags of lettuce, and then I have some potatoes and turnips. Are these turnips? What are these? I think these are turnips, but they look a little different. Maybe I'm going with turnip, I'm not sure. And then some Swiss chard, some kale, carrots, red onion. I think that's everything in here. And then a giant sweet potato. They are giving me the largest sweet potatoes I've ever seen in my life. Some apples and onions and acorn squash and some cabbage. And that is everything. While I am cleaning, I do listen to audiobooks. I have my headphones on. I don't know if it's using the headphones mic or the camera mic, but so I will listen to audiobooks on Hoopla or Audible, depending on what I have, what I want to listen to. And that is a great way to get in more reading. I do listen to my books very fast because I myself am a fast reader, so I need the books sped up. That also helps me concentrate more. If the narrator is like really super slow, I just tune it out. So I listen to my books at like probably 2.5 speed. It's not for everybody, but I enjoy it. So I'm going to find a new audiobook to listen to. Yesterday I listened to Do It Scared by Ruth Soukup. I think that I have a book by Allie Worthington that I might want to listen to. I'm going to put on an audiobook, quickly clean up. It helps me move through chores faster if I'm listening to an audiobook. Things are looking much better. My desk still has a lot of stuff on it, but much better overall.
So from the outside you can tell that it looks all weird.
Yeah.
And so your brain is so used to seeing like everyday rooms and everything that when you look through, it thinks that you're in the actual room, and so it makes it look not weird. And so then when you put 2 things in the corners, when your brain changes the room into something else, it changes where the pieces appear to be, and so the size changes as well.
That's cool.
And I got pop bracelets.
I don't know if I can look inside. I gotta find, where's the right camera? Oh, it does look the same. It's a little blurry, but that's pretty cool. That's cool, bud.
Wait, Jack, that was under here?
Okay, it is about 3 o'clock and I am going to wrap up this vlog here. It's been a good day. Lucy is feeling better, which I'm super happy about. I was concerned because she did tell me that she had a stomachache again this morning. And that is never a good thing, especially when she'd been sick. I just filmed my December goals video, which was probably the shortest video that I've ever done because I have nothing on my tending list for December. I haven't even filled it out at all, and that's okay. I had a pretty busy November and I filled out my tending list for November, but I didn't track any of my progress. I did get most of the stuff done on my list, but I didn't track anything, and I didn't even set up my December tending list. I really am just working on a few things, which is family, Christmas, and working on my Power Sheets prep for 2022. So there's not a whole lot there that I need to put down, and it's okay if you have months that you don't put things down. I know other people are all in for some big goals to finish by the end of December. I realize that for myself, there are years that I do have goals like that, but this is not one of those years, and I really like to take my time to just lean into family and our traditions as a family. So that's really my focus. I I've gotten my office cleaned. I do still have laundry that I have to put away. I think I did like 6 loads of laundry yesterday. I did not put any of them away. So they're all up in my bedroom. They need to be sorted and folded and put away. So I'm going to do that. And then it will probably be time for me to start thinking about dinner. And so even though, again, I said, oh, I'm going to sit down and start working on my Power Sheets prep, I'm not going to have time. And even though I said that I'm going to sit down and work on my calendar, I'm not going to have time. So that's okay. It is what it is. You know, it's been a busy couple of days taking care of Lucy. That's just how it is. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you tomorrow because I'm on a roll with Vlogmas, even though yesterday was my goals video and not a vlog.